Vlogmas Day 3. Welcome back. So today's vlog is going to be a little different. It's going to be a sit-down conversation that I want to have with you all. And I'm sure as you've read the title, we're going to talk about you know, depression, mental health, all that jazz, because I feel like it's a really important time to, especially during the holidays, to be careful about how we interact with others, and just choosing to be kind and being aware of, you know, other people's state of mind, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video today. So in recent news, Stephen Boss, I believe he goes by Twitch. He was a DJ on the Ellen DeGeneres show for years. I do remember him when he first came out. I think he was on that So You Think You Can Dance. I couldn't remember the name of the show, but he first came on the scene, to my knowledge, was through that show, and he was a phenomenal dancer. And then I guess he transitioned into being a DJ for Ellen. So so I've heard of him. I'm not an avid follower of his, but I am pretty aware of him and who he is. So yesterday, or today really, but it will be yesterday when you're watching this, it was announced that he had passed due to suicide at the age of 40. And yeah, it's just, when I saw that, I was scrolling through. It seemed like it always happens. I'm on social media, I'm just scrolling, and there it is. There's the news, and I was just like, what, you know? And I'm like, and immediately I thought, like, oh my goodness, here we go again. We've had quite a few suicides this year. I remember the very first one at the top of the year that was so super shocking. It was Chesley Christ. She was crowned the 2019 Miss USA. And beautiful girl. And it was just, that was really truly shocking, especially with how tragic her death was. They claim it was a suicide, and then she jumped from this building and ended her life. And it was such a traumatic way that she committed suicide. And I think that struck me for one, and then just like, what, you know, it made you wonder, like, what happened. She was just so beautiful, and, you know, just seemed so vibrant and so positive, and then to have that to happen, it just, you know, it just made you wonder, like, what's going on. And I think that's something to really, you know, unpack there, because I think sometimes we think suicide has a look, or a suicidal person has a certain look to them. Like, they're supposed to be all down in the dumps and, you know, dressed bad, or, you know, just, you know, they're a loner. And sometimes it to me is I feel like it's such the opposite, at least from my experiences in what I see in the media. And, you know, it's just like, these people are just they're the life of the party, and they're the most extroverted person, or they're the most kindest and sweetest and just vibrant person all around, you think, you know. And then they're the ones that are really battling, really struggling behind closed doors, and nobody knows, nobody even has an inkling that something is wrong. And that is, to me, that's so scary. That is so scary, that, you know, someone, you think that it's like an open book, and you know everything about them, but behind closed doors, they're really digging and struggling to to stay alive, to want to be alive. And that's just so scary. My husband actually was at USC, University of South Carolina, during the time Chesley was there. I don't believe they knew each other at all, but I was looking back online to see when it was that she was at school during that time, and she's a 2013 graduate, and my husband is a 2011 graduate. So they had to have been there at the school at some point together. But so she was, you know, around my age. She's probably like right in between us as far as age when she passed away. And it's just super sad, because these are such young people and beautiful people, and it really saddens me that something like this, these things like this continuously happen all throughout the year. And then back to Twitch, it's just, you know, he had a family, like he had a whole wife and 3 beautiful kids, and it's just like, man, you know, he had to have really been hurting badly enough for him to just decide to do that. But I also think that we have to be careful to, and I'm not trying to you know, be insensitive to those who are battling mental health. But I think it's important to, you know, seek help, as in getting a therapist. All of that is great. Having someone to talk to, and you know, to talk out, and even if you have to take medication, I believe you can have Jesus, medication, a therapist, all the things, like whatever works for you to help you be whole and healthy and be, you know, clear-minded and pure, you know, have everything together. Do that. But I feel like it's important for it's very important nowadays to and every day it's important to cling to Jesus. And like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but I really feel like a lot of these suicides are a product of not being connected to Jesus. And like I said, there are other things that can be in place as well, but I really feel like the enemy is really pulling and really pulling at the minds of anybody who's not connected to Jesus. And you know, if you're not connected to the source of peace, the source of joy, the source of happiness, then you're leaving yourself open to be influenced, to be persuaded, to be talked into listening to a dark voice, or just being persuaded to not be open to the voice of the Holy Spirit. And so I really feel like this is a time where if you are not close to Jesus, you don't know Jesus at all, please seek him. Please seek Jesus. Please seek the source of true peace, the source of true happiness, the source of healing. He is the one and true God, living God, that can heal us, and from the inside out. From the inside out. And get the help that you need. And I want to also encourage those of us that are who are watching, if you know of anyone who is dealing with something, to be a listening ear. Sometimes people, you know, don't always tell you what they're going through, because they're going to think you're going to offer a solution to them, but there are people who really just want to be heard. They just really need a listening ear. And you know, they may not want you to respond to them, but they just want to be heard. They want to feel like someone cares about what they're going through. And I mean, it's sometimes it's always hard. It can be hard to catch these things. Like I said, these people that I referenced, Chesley and Twitch, they are known to be these big, beautiful, vibrant people. And here we are, they're gone. They are gone. They took their life because, and I'm not saying because no one didn't listen to them, but whatever it was that they were dealing with. And not everything is always about, there are many reasons why people can be suicidal, but a lot of times it's just brain hormone imbalances within the brain. Sometimes it's something that has to be medically fixed. So it's not always about something happened to someone and then they became depressed and, you know, and then it progresses on. It can really just be something chemically imbalanced in their brain. And that's where you, like I said, medication can come in. God bless us with doctors and medicine and those tools to help us. So I'm not against that at all. I'm all for therapy, Jesus, and medication if you need it. But yeah, just be mindful of the way you treat people. Be mindful of the way you talk to people. Be patient with people. I can remember a time working in retail, and I would have to make certain calls to inform a customer that their item was ready for pickup. And I can remember having a phone call with this older woman. I could tell she was an older woman, and she was just going on and on and on. I've already said what I needed to say to her about her order, and she was just talking and going on, and I'm just being polite. And thankfully I don't feel like it was a busy moment, so I had that time to talk to her and speak to her and listen to her, really. And I remember as we were wrapping it up, finally she was just like, you know what, thank you for listening to me, thank you for talking to me. I mean, it just kind of caught me by surprise, because in my mind I'm like, oh, I'll be glad when this lady's finished talking. But it really warmed my heart, that the fact that she felt like she admitted that she didn't have many people to talk to, and it just warmed her heart that I gave her that time to just speak. and just have a conversation with someone. And that really warmed my heart. I just remember that. And I mean, I'm not saying that she was suicidal in any way, but it's just the fact that I was grateful that I took a moment and just listened to her and was just present in the moment with her. So I just encourage you all to do the same this holiday season, especially this holiday season, y'all. There's so many hurting people out here, and as much as I love Christmas, I know that this season isn't jolly and happy-go-lucky for everyone. It's just not. People are really out here grieving. People are really out here battling, trying to keep it together, trying to put a smile on their face, trying to pay their bills, trying to take care of their children, not knowing where the next meal or paycheck is coming from. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with interacting with people who may be ugly towards you. Whew, that can be hard. But just think about what they could be going through and allow that to, you know, influence the way you interact with that person. So that's it, you guys. I just wanted to have a moment to sit down and address this. I really had a different topic to bring to you all today for this vlog, but I felt like it was so appropriate to bring this topic instead, with what's been going on in our current news. And so anyway, I just hope that it blesses you. I hope it encourages you, inspires you, uplifts you to be the person that you need to be in someone's life who may be hurting. So that's it, y'all. I will see you in the next vlog. And yeah, thank you for spending a moment with Amisha.